Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my TBR for the Reading Rush. If you don't know, Booktubeathon kind of did a rebrand and now they are known as the Reading Rush. I will link all the original videos down below with the hosts and everything, but today there are going to be 7 challenges that I'm going to be talking about and I have a book for each challenge. So essentially this readathon takes place from July 22nd to July 28th and the goal is to read 7 different books in 7 days, and there's a prompt that correlates to each book that you can read. You can kind of combine them so you can fit 2 prompts to 1 book if you don't want to read all 7 books, but my ambitious goal is to read all 7 books over that week. I'm gonna preface my TBR by saying that I do have like 2 or so books picked out per challenge for some of them because I am a mood reader, so I kind of want to pick 2 different things just so I have a couple options. So this is kind of like a broad TBR and this isn't going to be everything I'm going to read. I'm going to read like 1 thing per challenge, and then some of the books I also have on 2 challenges. You'll see when I'm showing you the books. So the first prompt for the readathon is read a book with purple on the cover. The first potential book I've chosen for that is The Smell of Other People's Houses by Sue-Hitchcock. I bought this book on a trip to Alaska that we took last summer. I don't know what it's about, I'll be honest with you. I know it's set in Alaska and I really wanted to get a book that was set where I was, if that makes sense. So I don't really know what this is about. Maybe I should read the synopsis. I'll just read you the back here. It says 4 very different lives are about to become entangled. Ruth has a secret that she can't hide forever. Dora wonders if she can ever truly escape where she's from. Alice can't bring herself to leave the life she's always known. And Hank and his brothers decide it's safer to run away. They live in Alaska on the cold edge of America where each one must find the strength, courage, and heart to survive. I still don't know what it's about. But I know Kayla from Books and Lala really liked this, and it's short. That's the other thing. It's only 222 pages, so like that's manageable. For a lot of these, I'm also going to get an audiobook because I like to do other things while I'm reading, and so I think having both the audiobook and the physical copy would be better for me and my life, especially since I'll also be moving out over this time frame. So gotta cash in them Audible credits, you know what I'm saying, people? Option number 2 for a book with purple on the cover is They Both Die at the End by Silvera. You can call this blue, I'm calling this purple. This is a book that I've had on my TBR for quite some time. I remember wanting to buy it when it first came out, and I really like Silvera. He's one of my favorite authors and I'm really trying to get through all of his books because I've loved every single one that I've read. So this is another one that I could potentially read for the book with purple on the cover. Oh my god, a bookmark just fell out. Why is that there? I haven't read you. Oh my god. I just noticed these end pages. Oh my god, they're so pretty. So if you don't know what this book is about, it follows Rufus and Mateo, and they live in a world where they are given a call from Death Cast and they are told you are going to die within the next 24 hours. And they both want to meet somebody on their last day and kind of make the most of the time they have left. And so they don't know how they're gonna die or when they're gonna die, but they do get connected over an app. It's the story of them kind of living out their last day together. I'm sure they fall in love. I'm sure it's like gay because it's Silvera and we love his queer representation in his writing. So far, so good. I really think I'm gonna like this one. I've been wanting to read it forever and I just haven't picked it up because the timing never felt right. The honest truth is the timing is never gonna feel right to read one of your most anticipated books because you're scared it's gonna let you down. So it's time just to bite the bullet and do it. So those are both of the books that I have for a book with purple on the cover. Next up we have the prompt of reading a book in the same spot the entire time you read it. So I actually don't have one picked out for this, and the reason for that being is I kind of want to have one open option. Since I have picked like 2 per prompt on some of them, I'm going to kind of just save this one and I can pick out whichever one on my TBR list that I haven't read at that point. And the most likely spot I will be reading is right there. Love reading in my bed. It's great. So that's kind of what I plan on doing. I was going to actually like read in my car and listen to audiobooks, but then I was like, sis, that's ambitious. Following that, our third prompt is a book you wanted to read last year but never got around to. The first book I have for that prompt is If I Was Your Girl by Meredith Russo. I actually started this book and never finished it, and I don't think it was for lack of interest, and I don't think I would like deliberately DNF'd it. I think I just got distracted and forgot I was reading it. But this follows our transgender main character, and Amanda has just moved to a new school and there's kind of like a reason behind that, and I believe it was because of something that happened at the old school with the fact that she is transgender. She's kind of just determined to lay low and graduate and get out of school, but then she actually meets Grant, and I think that he's a potential love interest and that we're gonna follow their story. I got about halfway through it, but I remember literally nothing of what's happened, so we're gonna start it all over. Also, I spilled something on it. Do you see that? I hate my life. Next up for a book that I meant to read last year is The Upside of Unrequited by Becky Albertalli. This book follows Molly, who has been in love 26 times, but it's never been reciprocated, and she has yet to fall in love. And this was one of my most anticipated reads last year, and I never read it because there were also like, I had a ton of anticipated reads, and it was also when I was like really getting into the book community, so I didn't really have like set TBRs, and it just kind of slipped under the rug, and I'm really excited to finally pick this up. I've heard great things about it. I really liked Simon versus the Homo Sapiens Agenda and What If It's Us, which she also wrote. I'm hoping I enjoy this one too. I really hope I get around to it this readathon. So those are both of the potential options for the prompt of a book I wanted to read last year but never got around to. This next prompt I actually only have one book for. It's read the first published work by an author. So whether it be your favorite author or just an author, you go back in their publishing history, and whatever book they first published, that's the one you read. For example, More Happy Than Not by, again, Adam Silvera. I'm determined to get through all of his books that he's read or co-written or been featured in because I just love his writing and him so much. So I'm really looking forward to this one. And this is a book that I actually don't know the synopsis of, and I really don't care to know the synopsis of because I kind of want to go into this one blind. I think it's going to be super hard hitting, and that's kind of the thing I love in books. And I really want to just kind of go into it open and not have any idea of what I'm about to experience, as I think that gives me the best reading experience sometimes. So that is the only book I have for the prompt of read an author's first published work. The next prompt is to read a book with a non-human main character, and for this I've chosen Cinder. This still has the sticker on it and it's like driving me crazy. I can't get it off. This book kind of features androids and humans at times, but it features androids, so we're calling that a non-human main character. This is a retelling of Cinderella, but like not really, like kind of, sort of, not really. This has been one that's been on my TBR for a while as well. I love Disney and I love fairy tales, so like when I thought of a retelling, I thought this was like a really cool idea. However, I wasn't sure that I was gonna love it because it is androids. Upon having known my reading taste better, I really don't know if I'm gonna like this. It's kind of like one of those things. I didn't love Illuminae, which is sci-fi. I just don't think sci-fi is my thing, so that kind of makes me concerned that I won't love this, but I'm gonna give it a fair shot. We're gonna try it. I'm gonna get through it in this readathon, and then I'll know for sure. And it's a long one, so I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. So that is the only book I have selected for a book with a non-human main character. I also forgot to mention on that prompt, it doesn't have to be a non-human main character. That's just what I chose to do. It could be like a side character that's not human, but I kind of wanted to take it a little further per se. Next up, we have a book with 5 or more words, and for this specific prompt, I chose Love, Life, and the List by Kasie West. It's a cute little contemporary. I'm excited to read it. I love contemporaries. I've never read Kasie's West work, I don't think, before. So like I'm really excited to hear what all the hype is about, because like in the contemporary loving community, I have heard a lot of hype about her books. So this is one that I'm looking forward to getting the chance to read. However, with this prompt, there's a lot of overlap. The majority of the books on my TBR have more than 5 words. So for example, The Upside of Unrequited has more than 5 words, The Smell of Other People's Houses, If I Was Your Girl, and They Both Die at the End. So whichever of these I choose not to read for the other prompts, I can fit in here as well if I choose to. But this is the only one I have specifically chosen just for this challenge. And our final prompt for the readathon is read a book and then watch the movie adaptation. And for this, I've chosen Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children. This has also been on my TBR for a while. I bought this actually when the movie came out, and I never saw the movie, never read the book. I'm interested to give it a read. It does look a lot bigger than I think it actually is, but we'll see. I do also have the potential to read either Twilight, The Hunger Games, or one of the Harry Potter books. But I don't think I'll be reading Harry Potter because I want to get things off my TBR. And I own Twilight, but it's just really long. And then Hunger Games, I actually read when it first came out, but I only got halfway through it, and that was so long ago that I literally remember nothing. And I remember seeing the movie and really liking the movie. I really want to read the books at some point, but I don't own those yet, and I really want to get things off my shelves that are already on my shelves. So this is the only option for now that I have for reading a book and then proceeding to watch the movie adaptation that correlates to it. So those are all of the potential books I have to read. Like I said, I did fit 2 in some of them just in case to fill in either the read the book in the same spot challenge or read a book with more than 5 words, because I know I can fit those in because those are a little bit more open in terms of their prompt. So that's everything that I have potentially to read. If you are participating in the Reading Rush challenge, I will leave my username down below. Feel free to add me. I would love to have some friends on the website, and I will also have the original announcement video as well as the prompt videos linked below so you can check those out for yourself. For this readathon, I am going to try and participate in both the video challenges and the Instagram challenges, so my Instagram is linked below. This is just like a shameless self-promo section, but like it's fine. And I'm also going to try and daily vlog. It's gonna be a little bit tricky because like I said, I'm gonna be moving at this time, but I'm hoping that I can get everything that I want to done as well as do all of these reading challenges. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you are participating in the readathon, like I said, feel free to add me down below. I would love to hang out, chat with you about the readathon, and I will see you guys all in my next video. Happy reading!